Hello, everyone. I like doing the ride with me's. They're fun. I'm in my little t-shirt because we can't wear our uniforms home. So, like when we get to work, we get our uniforms and we wear them while we're there, and then we give them back at the end of our shift. So, I'm in my comfy clothes. But I made the conscious decision to leave my tennis shoes in my locker at work last night. And I don't have a lock on my locker yet. So I'm just really hoping that nobody stole my tennis shoes. Like, that's like the top thing on my mind right now. But anyways, I've been doing like a bunch of research the past 2 weeks on the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation. And I found some like hidden gems, you guys. I found some hidden gems. One of which has not been talked about in court. I have not heard them talk about them in court. I found one TikTok where someone mentioned it. So I am going to credit them in my video because they're the only other person that I have seen that has found this information. We'll just put it this way. Amber Turd has a very long history of being this way. And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. But, yeah, I've been doing a bunch of research. So I didn't film today simply because I was just doing a bunch of information and I still hadn't watched the last testimony of Amber Heard, like the last one that they did. So I watched it. Watching her on stand is so exhausting, like mentally exhausting. I honestly feel for the jury. I really do. Like, it is so exhausting watching her on that stand. It literally makes me want to just yank my ears off, like for real. Also, the fact that she's trying to blame that fucking turd on a Yorkie is so goddamn funny to me. Like, bitch, I could imagine if you had a goddamn Rottweiler or a, you know, fucking mountain dog, but like a Yorkie, bitch, are you familiar with Yorkie turds? You must not clean up after your dog, because Yorkie turds are literally the size of a Tootsie Roll, like for real, and it's not messy. There's just no way that you could ever in life like mix up a human turd for a Yorkie turd or vice versa. It just, there's a man being arrested right now. Oh my God. Okay, that's odd for Halls. Like, he doesn't have a car or anything, he's just on foot. Hopefully it's the guy that was freaking robbing houses the other night. There was some guy on foot robbing houses and everybody's Ring door cams was like catching him. I couldn't see his face, so I don't know if that was him or not. But anyways, I've been doing a bunch of fucking research, you guys, and I'm so excited to do this video. And every day I just hope that the jury, by the way, I've got my hair in a low pony because that's how I have to wear it. So I'm sorry if I look like a man right now. I mean, I'm not sorry. It's what I have to do, but like, whatever. Anyways, I just really hope the jury can see through her acting, because she is an actress. We can't forget that. And I've seen a lot of people on TikTok. I want to talk about this too. I've seen it on Twitter and I've seen it on TikTok. People talking about Johnny's voice on while he's giving his testimony. I want to talk about it because I was curious too. Like, is this just a voice that he's putting on for, because they knew that it was going to be televised, they knew it was going to be live. Is this just a voice that he's putting on for camera? So I went back and researched old Johnny Depp interviews, and I know Laura Lee and Manny MUA mentioned in their podcast that there was an Oprah interview. So I went and watched the Oprah interview, and he has literally talked this way forever. There was also a red carpet interview with E, like it was an E! True Hollywood type shit, if you remember those. Like, that's ancient type TV. But He was in an E! True Hollywood story for some director like years ago. It was in like 2006, I think. And he spoke just like, he's always spoke just like that. Like long, drawn out sentences where he over pronunciates. Like very much that. Like he's always spoke that way. So that's another thing that like is something that people need to do before they're like, oh, well, he's just talking that way because he's on stand. No, Amber Turd is acting like a fool on stand for camera. Like you can tell that she's acting for camera. Like if you go back and research Johnny Depp in interviews or anytime he spoke as himself, he speaks that way. Also, there was another like bunch of things on Reddit, like a whole chat where people were talking about the reason why Johnny Depp is doing it is only because Warner Brothers and Disney dropped him. Okay, let's talk about that. The reason why it is so hard for a public figure or an actor, actress, whatever, anyone in the public eye to file a defamation claim is because you have to be willing to, you have to be able to prove, sorry, my nose is itching, that the person actually fucked your life up. Okay? And when you're in the public eye, a lot of defamation claims is like, oh, they said this about me, but you're online, you're an actor, you're an actress, like you are out in the public eye, so you can't just file a defamation claim like, you know, normal Joes out here can. You know what I'm saying? Like we can file defamation claims that Johnny Depp, Trisha Paytas, fucking, you know, whoever, they can't file claims like that. It's not as easy for them. But when Warner Brother and Disney dropped Johnny Depp, that is when defamation came, because that fucked his life up. Johnny Depp is notorious for only doing like one movie a year. And from what I've researched, a lot of podcasts and stuff are saying 20 to 30 million. But I actually found a document online from the last movie that he signed, and he signed for $42 million. That was his contract. So, you know, within the past, like, and we're talking like they divorced in 2016. So we're talking like the past like 5 to 7 years, this man has been signing contracts from anywhere from 21 million all the way up to almost $50 million for a contract for a movie, okay? He typically does one a year, and then he has had a couple of years where he's done like little smaller projects. But for the bigger part, like his bigger movies, like Pirates of the Caribbean, shit like that, like he does one film a year. So people are saying, oh, well, the only reason that he's doing it is in hopes that Disney or Warner Brothers will just take him back. Johnny Depp has made it very publicly known that even if this defamation suit comes out, regardless of how it comes out, whether it comes out, you know, that he wins or Amber wins or whatever, he would never work with Warner Brothers or Disney again. And he has said that publicly. So I don't think that has anything to do with that. I think the main thing that I wanted to really know, and I think we still yet to have gotten a straight answer, and honestly, I don't know that Amber, because a lot of people want to know this too, and I don't think that Amber is going to ever give us the honest truth. I honestly think, and I've said this before, you know, they had the psychologist, she was tested just like I said that she would be. They always test them for PTSD. She does not have PTSD. And I think, me personally, my personal opinion, and I am not a doctor by any means, my personal opinion is that she is a pathological liar. I think that she creates scenarios, and keep in mind, you guys, any type of pathological syndrome, whether it be pathological lying, pathological, like you believe these things, like you wholeheartedly think these things, a lot of psychedelic drugs can kick that in for people. And we have found out through this case that she very much loved, she very much loved acid. She very much loved, LSD. She very much loves mushrooms. She very much was like into the psychedelics, you know what I'm saying? And that shit can fuck with you if you do it over and over and over. I'm not talking like you did it once, you know, at a fucking college party. I'm talking like this bitch did this shit daily for years. You know what I'm saying? So that can really start to fuck with you. I'm not saying that I think that Amber Heard is completely and totally 100% sane. I think that anyone who does psychedelics for long periods of time, I think that anyone is going to have some type of effect from that. I think that we would all be lying to ourselves if we said that someone who did psychedelics so much had absolutely no issues from it. Like, that's just not the case. But what everyone really wants to know, I really want to know, is we all know the reason why she started this is because people were siding with Johnny in the beginning. So I'm not going to go fully in on this because it's going to be in my video. But all of this started in 2016. So someone on Johnny's team, it has not been named. I have dug and dug and dug to find out who. Cannot find out. I tried to see research like who he fired around that time. I can't find anything. Someone on Johnny's team snitched to Amber Heard that Johnny was planning to file for divorce. In order to jump the curb, Amber went and filed for divorce first. Now, the reason why this is important and the reason why, goddamn, stupid motherfucker. I hate this guy. He's always driving through Halls. He doesn't live here. I think he works somewhere here in Halls, and he just drives like an ass. Anyways, Amber Heard, the reason why it's important for Amber or for anyone really in society to say, you know, I want to be the first to file, is because obviously news outlets are going to come out with stories. And when they come out with these stories, it's going to say Amber Heard files for divorce from Johnny Depp. Da, 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 da. They want it to read their name first. They're the one that filed, because that gets people asking, well, why did you file? What happened? Right? She then comes out with this restraining order over domestic violence. So then they go to court for divorce. And they decide to settle. And Johnny, you know, has said at the time he just wanted everything to be over with her. So he settled with her in court $7 million. Well, of course, people started to say, well, you're doing this shit for the goddamn money. What the fuck? Like, that's all you care about is the money. So she, Amber Heard, calls 17 different news companies, stations in the area of Los Angeles, big reputable companies, goes on national television and says, I did not, and she says like this, I did not do this for the money. Like, that's how she spoke. I'm donating everything to charity, right? She's going to donate all $7 million to this hospital in Los Angeles. Okay, so this hospital, of course, finds out about it. It's on national television. Of course, they hear that she's donating this money. Time marches on, and all they received from Amber was $350,000, which is still a lot of money, but it's not $7 million. And when you make that type of claim, it's just so fucked and like, it's just not human. It's just not human. Anyways, so time marches on, and a letter gets sent out to Johnny Depp saying, hey, you know, we know that this settlement happened, and, you know, $7 million, blah, blah, blah. And Miss Heard said that she was going to be donating that to the hospital, just reaching out to say, like, she only donated $350,000. Love you, bye. And Johnny's like, what the fuck? So then Johnny donates, I can't remember, it's in my notes, I think it was $150,000. And then at this time, she's dating Elon Musk. So then Elon Musk donates $150,000, I believe, don't quote me, to the hospital as well. So it's a little over $1 million. nowhere near $7 million has been donated to the hospital. And the only thing that Amber Heard has mentioned in regards to this, like, where is the money? Like, what's good, sis? Like, the only thing she said is, oh, well, they're eventually going to get the $7 million. Well, that's not what you said. That's literally not what you said. You said that the money that was coming to you was going to be directly donated. That was your verbatim verbiage. So, my real question is, like, seriously, why did you not, because at that time, people were really fucking hating on her. Why did you not just do the right thing and donate the money and let it be done? But because people were hating on her so much, she then decided to go to the Washington Post and come out with an article where she does not name Johnny's name, but everyone knew who she was talking about because she had filed this restraining order during their divorce. Also, keep in mind, this is 2018 at the peak of Me Too. This is when, you know, Weinstein cases are coming out and like shit is popping off with Me Too. And at that time, it was, you believe the victim, period. It does not fucking matter. You believe the victim, period. So she comes out with this Washington Post post. Everybody fucking puts two and two together, realizes it's Johnny, and immediately, I believe it was within 48 hours, Disney dropped him, Johnny Depp, within like 48 hours or some shit. It was really, really quick. Didn't even hear his side of the story. During my research, I discovered that they didn't even call and speak to him. They didn't even call and speak with him. And you all know, like, Johnny Depp is Pirates of the Caribbean. There is no fucking Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp. He is Pirates of the Caribbean. So, you didn't even have the courtesy to call him and be like, you know, due to, you know, Me Too movement and all this shit, like, we can't deal with the heat. Like, we gotta drop you. Nothing. And soon after that, I believe within the next couple of days, Warner Brothers then drops him as well, which those are the two big franchise movies that he was the main character. That is his main source of income. That's his main source of income. So that is when the defamation comes into play. I'm driving, so I can't really read comments. Hey guys, hey Suzanne, hey Brianna, hey Marina, hey Erin. The fact that she thought no one was going to fact check her. I know. She just talks and says whatever in the moment and figures out how to weasel her way out of it or justify it later. Yeah, and another big thing that she does is, how can I? Oh, I guess I'll have to just do it. The other big thing that she does is cry. So she's a big whiner, and I think that just goes to show the way that that's her manipulation tactic, is to like cry. And again, I just really hope that the jury can see through her, because I mean, it's clear as day what she's doing. She's manipulating. It's clear. But like, the really sad part is like, you really ruined this man's life, because when she came out with that post, he's getting dropped from the two gigs that like was Johnny Depp. Like, when you think of those movies, I can't think of the, what is it, Beast or something like that, that movie he was on with Warner Brothers. Anyways, like, when you think, but when I think of Pirates of the Caribbean, I think of Johnny Depp. Like, the fuck you mean? I really hope Disney does not try to, like, pull off a Pirates of the Caribbean with somebody else. Laura Lee and Manny MUA mentioned that too. Like, if they really try that shit, like, what the fuck? But, yeah, I've just been deep diving, like, really digging deep. And like, I mean, finding out some shit. I mean, scrolling through her old fucking Twitter, like old ass tweets, like, Y'all, I have found some info, bitch. So you all just wait for this fucking video. Like I said, I am not going to post it until the trial is over. The reason why is because I want it to all be said and done so that we can actually have a conversation on it. But yeah, I've just been doing a lot of research in my extra time, but I have to film tomorrow. I cannot research tomorrow. I've been like on a spree of just my own little investigation work of Amber Heard. And I'm so glad that his driver went to testify. So if those of you guys who have not been watching the trial and don't know the update with Amber's shit that she shit, if you don't know, basically towards the end of their relationship, they had already separated, and Johnny was going to go get some clothes, and his manager was like, well, I don't really think now's the best time to come and get your stuff. And he was like, why? And his manager sent him a photo of his bed, and it was him and Amber's bed, and on Johnny's side of the bed was, as Johnny said it, human fecal matter, but it was fucking shit. This bitch had shit the bed, like on his side of the bed. And then in court, she's like, it was the Yorkie. I didn't do that. It was the Yorkie. Bitch, a Yorkie? Are you goddamn kidding me? I mean, I would believe a horse before I would believe a fucking Yorkie. Like, what do you mean, bitch? There is no way that Yorkie shit is ever going to be confused with human shit. Like, the fuck you mean, bitch? So, the driver, Johnny Depp's driver, obviously drove Amber around a lot. And he said one night she had been drinking, which was not unusual for her. And she confessed and said that it was a practical joke gone wrong. Tell me when in your life, because I know the times that I've pooed myself, okay? I've told several of the stories to you guys. Like, it's a goddamn accident. Like, I did not mean to poo myself, and never in my fucking life has it ever crossed my human mind what would be really fucking funny if I just shit on Chris's side of the bed. He will think that's so goddamn funny. He will just die of laughter. No, nobody's gonna shit in the bed as a joke. That's, even prank channels and shit, they use like those fake turds that you can get on Amazon. Like, what the fuck do you mean, Amber Heard? Amber turd. I hate it. Exactly. Imagine her squatting. Imagine that. Picture it in your mind, people. Like, the position she had to be in order to poop like that in the bed. Like, what the hell? I just can't with this bitch. Like, for real. And there's so many stories. I would really love to hear how Amber and Elon Musk's relationship was, because I just have a feeling, just by looking at him, that he's probably into some toxic shit. And Amber is very toxic. I think we can say that at this point. I feel like he's into some freaky deaky shit. Like, I really wish he would have went on stand and testified, but then I heard that he was planning to testify in defense of Amber. So, I don't know, but he hasn't been called to the stand yet. So, I'm assuming that if he's going to be called to the stand, it's going to have to be soon, right? Like, obviously. I don't see him doing that, though. Not only is it disrespectful, it's just not something that crosses a goddamn normal human's mind. Like, I've never once heard somebody say, oh my God, I pulled this really funny prank. Do you know what I did? I shit on the side, on my husband's side of the bed. Isn't that crazy? I'm so crazy. Like, if anyone ever told me that, I would be like, bitch, seek help. Like, that is fucking wild. And it's not the moment. Like, you really need to seek help, for real. Like, that should never be the thing that crosses your mind when you're trying to, like, pull a prank. Or an impractical joke, rather. Like, an impractical joke is like not shitting the bed. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. Okay, me and Chris went through this little prank war a couple of years ago. I don't know. We were just into it, I guess. And he like dumped cold water on me one time when I was in the shower, and I froze his socks. So I like wet his socks and put them in the freezer overnight. And the next morning when he got up, I was like putting his clothes like out for him. And I got his socks out of the freezer. And like, that's an impractical joke. Like, maybe not a joke that happens all the time. Like, it's not like an impractical joke is like you are acting out something, like you're doing something impractical. Not shitting the bed. That's inhumane. Like, that's fucking animal shit. Like, what are you talking about? That's probably why her lawyers were like, we need to say it was the dog. And nobody, and it didn't cross their mind that they had a Yorkie. Like, I'm sorry. Even if you're like severely constipated and you're shitting rabbit turds, even then, that's bigger than a Yorkie turd. Even like the little hard balls that sometimes humans shit, that's still bigger than a goddamn Yorkie turd. They're tiny. And also, dog poop is like, you know, it's like shaped like that. And even like my English bulldog, like, he poops. You know what I'm saying? Dog poop still doesn't look like human poop. Human poop looks different. Period. You cannot tell me any different. Like, duh. I just can't with that bitch. But anyways, guys, you all have ridden with me to work for day 3. I'm about to go through the guard gates here in just a minute, so I have to get off here. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.